malach, this ish angel, this lowest level of angel that exists in order to defeat him. The Gemara says in Chulin something unbelievable, that the angel appeared to him as a person. So calling him an ish is also fair. But the Gemara gives the weirdest description of two possibilities of how the angel of Esav appeared to him. According to one opinion, it appeared to him as an idol worshipper, as an avodah zarah, as an idol worshipper. There's another opinion that the angel of Esav appeared to him as a big Talmid Chacham, as a Torah sage. That's a big discrepancy, isn't it? That's a big difference over there. The angel appeared as a angel in the form of a avodah zarah. And one opinion says no, as a Torah sage. Well, which one is it? And how can you appear as both, according to those two opinions? So the rabbi says something very interesting. They say that the Yetzer Hara, which is what really this angel was, of Esav, which is one of the worst Yetzer Hara that we have, appeared to him as an idol worshipper, because sometimes your Yetzer Hara comes to you as a bad thing. Something you can clearly see and define as evil. Evil will sometimes reveal itself to you very clearly and say, I hate Jews, I want to kill you. These are the anti-Semites who are marching, right, here in New York against the Jews, or in France, right, the Shias who say, we don't like Jews. You're the source of all our problems, we want to kill you. There is an advantage to that, because better the enemy you know. You know exactly, precisely what that enemy wants to do, and that is to kill you. Okay, they'll say, we don't want to kill you, we just don't want you here in our land, we don't want you in Israel. They'll come and they'll coat it with sugar and sweetness, but in the end, make no mistakes, if you die, whether at their hand or the people they're funding, they have no problem with that. But there is a certain safety that comes with it. That is the Haman, Yetzer Hara, that says it up straight. But there is another type of Yetzer Hara, which is more treacherous, more insidious. And that is the Yetzer Hara that appears to you as a Torah sage, and says that I am kosher, I'm here to help you, and will lure you into doing things that are totally against your own benefit, your own self-worth, but comes to you as a mitzvah, as a Torah sage. Sometimes literally a Torah sage. Or sometimes they will cloak themselves with kosher robes and say that we're here to help you, and will lead you down to a path of absolute destruction. You know, I had to take a taxi a few days ago, and the driver was a young Jewish man who is married with a few kids. There's a Jewish taxi service I use, try to give them paranasa, although they charge a little bit more. It's worth the investment. And guy comes to pick me up, and he has a very thick accent. I said, where are you from? Are you Israeli? He says, no. I said, are you South America? He goes, no, I'm born here. I said, but where's your accent from? So he said that he grew up in Borough Park, or Williamsburg, I think Williamsburg, and he didn't speak a word of English till he was 21 years old. Didn't learn a single word. You know, there's people out there who don't learn, and they speak everything in Yiddish. Every single conversation. They don't learn English at all. At all. Happens to be, I don't have a problem with that. Whatever it is what it is. I don't want to tell you. But it happens to be that he was part of a cult, and I'm using that word advisedly. By the way, I'm going to define what a cult is. A cult has 3 traits. So you know to recognize whether you're in one or not. And I use this checklist to help many, many people. Number 1, there is a sect that has total monopoly on the truth. That's number 1. They have monopoly on the truth. Number 2, they have a very charismatic leader. That's number 2, with tremendous charisma. This is always. And number 3, this leader and his Followers are doing these things and taking control of you because they want money or other physical pleasures for themselves. If it has those three traits, I have some bad news for you. You're in a cult. Monopoly on the truth, charismatic leader, and they want money or success. So be very careful, because within the world today, there are many, many such cults of charismatic leaders who are running churches, who are running mosques, who are running synagogues, who have those three traits. If the person, monopoly on the truth, we have, that's Torah, monopoly on the truth. Charismatic leader, there are many charismatic leaders. But what is their motivation? If their motivation is to enhance their own pocket, and that's it, then you're dealing with a cult. By the way, this is how the Shulchan Aruch actually describes what a cult actually is. This individual, this driver who I had, was the sweetest boy. When he described to me, I don't think he was even aware of it, what he had gone through of this sect within a sect. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to name them. Sect within a sect. It was an absolute cult. It took him years to deprogram. It took many people. I know what you're all thinking. This wouldn't happen to me. I'm smarter than that. I would never be taken. And this is for the weak-minded individuals who come along and want to suck you into their orbit, right, of success. My friends, you would fall for it too. There have been cults throughout history. In the days of Moshe Rabbeinu, there was a cult called Korach. That was a cult, right? Make no mistake, this person was there for his own. Now, he had a lot of money, right? He was happy to take more, but even his followers who joined him, it was all there for his personal kavod, honor, personal success. So we've been dealing with these cults for a long, long, long time. You have to be very, very, very wary of this, and that is exactly what this young boy was telling me when he described what he had gone through. Getting out took him years. I mean, I'll add another piece over. He told me he was married off at 16 years old. 16, right? I'm not sure if that's legal in this state. There are states in America where it is legal, but he was married off at 16. He got divorced within a few months, but he had a kid anyway. I mean, the life that this individual has. All of this, my friends, is indicative of people in the world of Esav who are there for their own personal kavod, their own personal